Tarot friends, and welcome. This is a little unscripted, but I thought to try to do something new, especially for those of you that are learning to read tarot better. Many people learn tarot read in isolation, where it's one card and one positional meaning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through how to read the same question, but read the same question with two cards. So it's a real quick hit on how to read tarot. So today we are going to do this question. The question is this: my ex cheated and is pleading to get back with me. I love him, but I don't trust him. Any advice on not staying with someone that cheated on you? So what we're going to do is we're going to do that same question maybe for the next month, but I'm going to pull two different cards each time, and I'm going to read them where they're talking together. This is where I think a lot of tarot readers really want more support and advice and help. So that's what I'm going to do. So for today, I'm going to start off with a real easy beginner deck. This is Llewellyn's Classic Tarot. Most people start with a Rider-Waite deck. That way you can read a lot of the clones. So the question: my ex cheated and is pleading to get back with me. I love him, but I don't trust him. Any advice on staying or not staying with someone that cheated on you? All right, so let me make these cards sing. So I'm going to shuffle and I'm going to pull two. And like I said, I do not have any positional meanings. I'm just going to pull the two cards as if they're like a little graphic novel, and I'm going to read what comes to me. Okay, so the two cards that I pulled, the first one is Three of Wands, and the second one is Wheel of Fortune. Now, if we remember, the question was, do you have any advice? She's not asking, what is the prediction if I get back to him, or is he cheating on me? So the important thing as readers is that we want to make sure that we're really listening to the question, not getting ahead of our querents, and really answering the question. So the question is really about advice. And so this is how we're going to read these two cards. And since she's asking about advice for her, we're not really talking about him so much. We're talking about her. So that is kind of the place that we want to be as we're reading for others and for ourselves. Really listening to the question and keeping the cards tightly aligned to the question is part of your success as a good reader for others. So Three of Wands, one of the meanings of Three of Wands means like opportunities, looking to start over or start new again. We look at the picture, we see someone looking out across the water. Obviously, they're looking for a new horizon. This is her going, is there an opportunity here? Is there something more for me on this guy who's cheated on me, but he says he loves me and I love him? Like, what the deal? Maybe it was just a mistake. So we get this, we see that this is absolutely her yearning and searching. However, we get the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, of course someone calls as I'm doing this. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. And to me, the Wheel of Fortune is really kind of talking about the advice. And the advice is, for me, the Wheel of Fortune in relationship readings often means a tendency for an on-again, off-again relationship, that we are just on the wheel. Like things don't seem to change, or they change a little bit and then they come back to themselves. But since she was asking advice for her, really she wants to know whether she should say yes or not. So I would actually respond with the question and going, what evidence do you see that anything has changed versus what has happened before? And does it feel like you're kind of in Groundhog Day in this relationship, going back and forward, up and down again? I also would see Three of Wands as maybe, are you sure that you're getting everything that you want in this relationship that's just not aligning for you, possibly? So that's those two cards. Let's do two more. This is kind of fun. So again, ex cheated on me, wants me back. What do? I need some advice. How do I maneuver the situation? I love him, he loves me, but I can't trust the guy. And I just pulled two more cards. So we're going to have these two cards talk to each other as well. Oh, interesting. We have King of Pentacles and we have Death. So we're going to talk about these two together. Again, we are knitting together a narrative. And so any advice on staying or not staying with someone that cheated on you, right? So she's really kind of talking about herself. So I really actually see King of Pentacles as her. And so how do I read a court card? Is it person, action, psychological state? Since she's asking about her, the court card to me is her. Even though it's a king, I don't really necessarily read kings as gender. Sometimes, but I really feel like this is her. So King of Pentacles, stable, grounded, solid, trustworthy, amiable, caretaking, powerful. So I would remind her of that. But then, oops, we have the Death card. And for me, death rarely means death, but, well, no, actually it can be death, but mostly it's just a big, huge stop sign. So what I would say to her is really remind her of her nature and who she really is and how she shows up in her best self in relationship. And then I would talk about her boundaries and really honoring that if something has really ended, can it truly be resurrected? So that's these two cards again. So that's today. I will come back later and we will continue to do this question until we've pretty much gone through all the cards. I hope you find this helpful. How do we read these together? And why does a reading tell us no in exactly that way? That's also a thing to think about. If you're the reader, who's the writer? Who's writing it? What's the tone? Why is this being said in this way to this person at this time? We're going to get all into it. So thanks for tuning in Friday morning with a super like, ooh, Gemini idea impromptu thing. And I will be coming back in occasionally. So I hope you will tune in. And for those of you that are learning tarot or really wanting to build your tarot chops, this is a wonderful practice. Take one question that you find and do 2 card readings over and over and over again on the same question. See how and all the different ways the tarot can respond, and make sure that you're really tightly aligned to the question. We want to stay close to the question. The cards are answering the question. We have to trust that. All right, guys, my name is Jenna Matlin. Oh, did you know I have a book coming out? It is called Will You Give Me a Reading? And you can pre-order it on Amazon, but it's talking about all of this stuff, how to be a good reader for others. So stay tuned, and I will see you another time. And have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.